We have some crew members for the USS Arkansas here today. And I'm going to turn this over to the commanding officer, Commander Mike Huber.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Like Bill said, I'm Commander Mike Huber. I'm the CO, commanding officer of the future USS Arkansas. I'll give you a little bit of background on what that is and talk about where we are in the construction process and a little bit about the crew. So the USS Arkansas is a Virginia-class submarine. She's being built at Newport News Shipbuilding in Newport News, Virginia. She's about 75% complete. The next big milestone in her construction path is the christening ceremony. If you've seen any old movies or old ships where they smash a champagne bottle on the bow and then it floats down in the water, that's what we're going to do here on December 7th. It's a very symbolizes that the bulk of construction is complete, and what's remaining is a little bit of testing and some final stuff before we go to sea. Unfortunately, we don't slide down a fancy ramp and make a big splash in the water anymore. There's a pretty cool process of rolling it out on a bunch of little mini trains and then putting it on a barge and then floating it off that. So after the christening here, early next month, we'll have about a year and a half of some further testing before ultimately we'll take the ship to sea for the first time for sea trials. That includes pretty much testing the submarine to the max of all our capabilities for several days, a lot of in and out of port, doing those tests. Once those are complete, that we validated both as a crew and the company that's building the submarine to the Navy that the submarine does what it's supposed to, then we can get to do some more tactical type training and tactical type testing, shoot some exercise weapons and test all the sonar systems going forward. Right now, there's 123 members of my crew assigned to Arkansas. We're almost fully manned. That's a normal thing as part of the construction process. We get increments of crew members over the course of the years of new construction from all over the United States and from all backgrounds and all walks of life. I've got about 30 of those crew members who are underway on other submarines around the Atlantic and Pacific supporting different crews. That gives those submarines some extra personnel to do some work for them, and it also gives my sailors some opportunities to learn what their future job will be, get some hands-on training at sea, doing some real deployment activities for the submarine force, both in the Atlantic and the Pacific. I'm joined today by a handful that I got to bring out with me to the state. I regret that I couldn't bring more, but my supply officer, my assistant navigator, and then two petty officer and seaman from the Arkansas will be with me today and the rest of the days we're out here. And ultimately, our goal with this trips like this, eventually, when Arkansas deploys, we not only represent the United States, but we also represent the state. We represent our namesake. And so the goal of these trips is for us to get to know the people of Arkansas and to educate everybody in Arkansas about a submarine that probably a lot of people don't know a lot about just because it's not near and dear to your hearts here in the state. So I look forward to meeting as many people as I can and talking and telling them about the submarine and the Navy and encourage you to Google some things and take a look at some of the things that'll be live streamed. And if you got any questions, I guess I'll open it up to questions.
Captain, what else is planned for your trip to Arkansas?
So got a handful of events today in Little Rock. I think we're going over to the museum, the Inland Maritime Museum in Little Rock Central High School. Then we'll be heading up to Jonesboro for a Veterans Day ceremony and parade tomorrow, and a few other events around Jonesboro, and then Mountain Home 2 days after that for a few more Veterans Day events with the high school students and other members of that community before we fly back home on Tuesday morning.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Being curious, what's a little of your background in submarines and the Navy in general?
Sure. So I am the son of a Navy dentist. I grew up in Virginia Beach area near Norfolk. This is my fourth submarine that I've been assigned to. I went to Virginia Tech, graduated there out of an ROTC scholarship, and then went to my first submarine out in Bangor, Washington. And ever since then, have moved from every single job, so Washington to Tennessee to Connecticut to DC to Kings Bay, Georgia, back to DC, and then ultimately now to Newport News to be CEO of Arkansas. I've been the CEO for about a year now. Got 2 more years nominally on my tour. It's normally a 3-year tour, so pretty excited. Kind of amazed that it's already been a year. It doesn't feel like I've already been in this job for a year, but it's flown by, and I've got a great group of people that work with me every day.